Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome back to my channel. We are back again on a new video reaction. Just that we are not going to waste much time on this one, but we have to do as much as we can to bring it to you. Okay, and this is a video made by a Norwegian. This is a Norwegian season from someone from Norway. This lady you are seeing here, she made this video telling the whole world what Norway and Norway this government is doing. But before then, I have to send my special greetings to the source, the person that shared the video to me. I really appreciate you for that because this is kind of news, the kind of information that every Biafrans, every freedom, lovers of freedom, or anybody who care about what our people are going through, whether you are Biafran or not, this video will gladden your heart. In fact, it's not about only our people. As long as you are from Africa, or you are a Nigerian, or you are a Biafran, this video is for you. You need to watch it. Very, very important. This is not a rumor. This is not something that somebody just sit down in one corner and cooked up. This is not from I don't know, I'm a journalist. No, this is the reality of life. And by the time you go through this video, your mind will not very remain the same. Some of you have watched it, but if you have not, this is an opportunity for you to do that. So before you go through that, please, I would like to encourage you to like the video. Let the number of people that like the video get up. I mean, let it be at highest rate so that people may have access to this video because the more you like it, the more the people that own the platform recommend this video for other Biafrans, other African people to watch it because in fact the video is about Africans, okay, and somehow is somehow centered on what is going on in Nigeria today, how Christians are being buyed for fun simply because they are Christians. Funny enough, from Europeans who claim they brought Christianity or who gave Christianity to our people. And not only that, I'm not here to talk about Christianity, religion, or anything because these people are not actually representing Christ. That's not the fact. They don't represent Christ. They are doing what they're doing because of their selfish interests. All these small countries in Europe gather together and decide to act as if they are mini God to others without any tangible thing to back it up. But no matter what you may think about it, the truth must be told, whether you like it or not. Now we know what happened, why Chuayaba was arrested and jailed in Norway. And not only that, we also are aware that Shetima, which is the vice president of Tinubu, traveled to Norway, and after that, the arrest of PM took place. We also are aware that how Nigerian government were so desperate to make sure that they convinced Finland to make sure that Finland play along with what Norwegians are doing. Remember, Norway and Finland are just almost in the same place. They are this what there's a name for them, for those people, from the those countries that once with Russia, all of them are somehow related, so they do share information together. But Finland joining the European Union have actually facilitated the danger and the buying of our people, and the chief of them all is Norway. Norway, who would have believed that Norway would be behind the buying of Christians and other, because we often say France and Britain because of they are the one that colonized some countries in Africa, but Norway that did not colonize anything in Africa are acting as if they are mini god. From the source, from this video, you are going to hear it from this lady. Remember, the lady you are about to watch is not somebody from maybe Anambra or Imo or someone from Enugu Abra. She's not a Biafran, but because of her own conscience, she decided to cry out to point out the problem that Africans are facing squarely. She did not miss word. And that's why I want you to pay attention to the video. Let us go through it, then we can have all the other things to say. We can add it, but just pay attention to every word.
High horse talking about.
Pay attention to every word that you're about to hear. Okay, let's start again.
I just finished watching the latest episode of Lara Logan on Nigeria. And I knew the Norwegian government is financing Islamization around the globe. Syria, we fly in the Taliban on private jets to Norway. We announce Gaza as its own country. We finance Hamas. But the fact that we finance the genocide of Christians in Nigeria, it shouldn't be a surprise, but it kind of is. It kind of is. And it's pissing me off. Last year, 2 years ago, 2023, we gave $67 million to different causes in Nigeria. And one of those things is actually building houses for Islamists that slaughter Christians.
I want to go back to Mahanga. I'm going to tell you something you probably don't know. But in Mahanga, right, the place where they're launching attacks from,
that village,
the Norwegians have just been building new houses for terrorists.
Wow. The Norwegian Refugee Council?
Yeah, the Norwegian government has been building new houses and for people in Mahanga.
You cannot make it up.
They're building they're building terrorist new houses in Mahanga as we speak.
This is the Norwegian government, people. They're there on their high horse talking about genocide in Gaza. Boo-hoo. And they're financing genocides of Christians all over the fucking world. It's unbelievable. I don't know how much money we've given to Syria lately, but it's a significant amount. They're slaughtering Christians. What do they call this? Well, it's a little bit of rebellion, is what they say. And in Nigeria, Christians are being slaughtered. The cities are being taken over. And I think it's a valid point what they're talking about in this episode about cultural jihad. So we can look at
because they have been going back to their systematic jihad. Now, look, Islam has conquered every civilization it's touched since 640 AD through three methods of jihad. One, cultural jihad. We'll move in, we'll blend in with the population as we're a minority. Then they start gaining a population, having lots of kids. Then once they get a population, they do political jihad. All right?
And cultural.
Then cultural jihad. Then after political jihad, once they have the political cover to do the violence, they go into violent jihad and take over territory. And that is how they have systematically taken over all of northern Africa.
Well, and what's particularly interesting, and if you don't think that this is coming to a city near you, you are mistaken. Because Western governments are welcoming Islam into the... Why? Frankly, I don't really know why, but there is some sort of agreement on the table here. Because who else would want to eradicate their own nation? Right? Paying for houses for Islamists that slaughter Christians. Financing genocide. Good job, Norway. Really, really good job.
Okay, so one thing I love about the video is some of you that don't want to listen to people like us. Maybe we are black, we don't have long hair, we don't speak, we from our nose, that kind of thing. So after all, we are African, see finish is what is what you have seen us finish, you don't care to what they said here is exactly what I keep on saying here. That no matter where you are, you think that it's not gonna get to you, it will come. And once it come, you may not have the chance that you have now to do something. Okay? They mentioned that this is how they conquered all the North Africa. Remember, Nigeria is not part of North Africa. Nigeria is West, which means they have finished with Northern Africa. Now it's West Africa before East Africa. Although they already have their presence in East Africa, but it's little by little by little, so that they can conquer. And they said that they have three methodology. One, the most important, the most interesting one that I want to pay attention now is the political jihad, meaning that they have to conquer political space to cover up anything they're gonna do. You understand that their activities. That's what they're seeing now. They have conquered Nigerian political space. That's why you see T.Y. Dajima saying, "Oh, they are colluding on what?" That is it. Because the jihad, political jihad is successful in Nigeria. Now, the only thing remains is to take over the land. Taking over the land requires, full soldier. And you'll be thinking that, no, government is there, oh, law court is there. Before you know it, without you knowing that they have conquered those things. That's why you see governor of a state panicking and peeing in his clothes because he knew what has happened. His own is just to take a location, pass time, and make you believe that all is well while you'll be sleeping and they will run you over. Another thing they talked about is cultural jihad, where a system whereby they have to brainwash a lot of people and produce many children like termites and cover everywhere, and that's all. Before you know it, your population, everything is gone. I often play a video of what is going on in Benue. Even in the last stream that our last stream, the last stream that we made last night, I made it possible to bring back that video, the lamentation from people from Benue on what is going on in their own land. So, if some of you also think that, oh, I'm in America, I am in Europe, I am in Canada, I am in Asia, somewhere in, that kind of thing, that it's not possible that here rule of law will stand, the rule of, like this, they said, there's a sort of agreement on the table because if not, how can they just throw their border open for them to just come in, knowing how dangerous it is to have them, with them? But believe you me, it's a matter of time. That your human rights in UK and somehow your rule of law will be a thing of history. Because once they conquer political space like they normally do, the rest is history. That's why it is so easy now that Nigerian is gone to be. Now, I'm not saying Nigeria is gone based on breakaway or breaking away and dissolving Nigeria as a false entity. No. What I mean by that is some of us that I believe that somehow it's gonna work, you a joker. The most stupid person in this world is somebody who actually believe now that somehow they will reverse it. Reverse what? Do you know what it takes them to conquer political space? That's one of the most difficult things to do. And once you get it done, the rest is just open kupu. You get the point. So, like I said, I'm not going to make the video to be too long. Please tell me what you think about it because it is clear, it's as clear as day what is going on. I'm not happy that this lady, boldly stated it the way it is. Norwegians, Norway, and France, all these countries, there's no country in Europe now that is exempted. Somehow Russia, but Russia also have their own agenda. But if Ojo Deva, Ufuga Kama. So you get the point. So please like the video and share it. Let me know what you think about it. God bless you and see you again. Bye bye.